What's going on? In this video I want to talk about my background before taking General Assembly's WDI boot camp. The reason why this video is important is to give you an idea on what my background was beforehand, what kind of skill set I had entering the boot camp, and how I've leveraged my past skills and past jobs into a possible job in the future within tech. So a little background about me. If you haven't noticed, I do wear a lot of sports shirts. This is because my background is in sports. I played sports my whole life. I played baseball in high school, was All-State my senior year, and eventually played in college at a great Division II school in North Carolina, Catawba College, and that was wonderful. I played for a year and a half, and then I transferred to Georgia Southern University, where I graduated with a degree in sport management. So my whole career was in sports, wanted to continue working in that industry, so I did just that, had a couple of internships throughout the Southeast, and then I did sales within sports. So I was selling season tickets with Houston Rockets, then the Oakland Athletics. As you can see, I'm still representing them. Great organizations, it was a great industry to work for. But the reason why I got into coding was because I was really interested in making web applications. I saw View Page Source on a website one time about, I want to say about a year and a half ago. It was my first time actually seeing coding. And everything made sense. It was a light bulb moment for me, and it was really cool. It was really fascinating, and I saw the construct of the internet. And since I use the internet every day, as do I'm sure most of you, and you're watching this on YouTube, so of course you do, it blew my mind. I now will know how to make web applications if I knew this thing called coding. So I'd heard of HTML before, but I never really implemented it or tried to teach myself it. It was some vast knowledge base that I had no access to. So essentially I came across this idea of a boot camp and learning how to code within 12 weeks. And a buddy and I really thought about it. However, we didn't really have that passion there to succeed at it. So we decided to pass at the time. But I made it a hobby of mine. I learned JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and Ruby while perusing through Codecademy's little course structure. And it was difficult, not gonna lie. It's very basic to you programmers out there, of course it's really basic. However, to me it was really difficult, and I saw that passion within me to view this as a career as well as a skill set, and I was really fascinated by the idea of getting really good at a certain skill set, which would make me extremely employable, and eventually I decided to make the jump. Now, why did I make the jump? Because I had that passion there. I knew that it was a career. I knew that this was something that really interested me, and I had this burning desire to get the skill set necessary to become a good developer. As I'm now seeing, that's kind of needed. You really need a passion for it. You really need that desire to put in 12-hour days to really learn something that's rather difficult. So when I did make the decision, it was a good one, first and foremost, and second, it was definitely a risk for you. For those of you that are watching, it is a risk to do a boot camp, and I knew that. However, the money's great, the industry is thriving, and out here in the Bay Area, this is where this industry lies. This is tech capital. This is where creativeness starts with these startups. I know there are plenty of other great tech scenes, but this is the #1 spot in America. So being around that, seeing the startups, seeing the developers that can provide the great product for these software as a service companies, something that really drove me to do it. And it is a tough decision. You have to quit your job, you have to quit your career, you have to pay roughly $12,000, which is what I paid for mine. That is a risk, that is a very tough decision, but I think if you have the passion for it and you have that burning desire to get good at it and make this a career, you will absolutely do great. You will do fine. It'll be a great decision for you. So when I decided that that was my career and it was something that I was really interested in, I made the jump. So I want to kind of touch on how my past skills have helped me out thus far. So now I'm about a month past my boot camp graduation, and I reached the final round of a sales engineer role. Now there was a minor error on my part on why I didn't get that job. However, getting to the final stage of that one and being able to present a demo using technology was really fascinating, and something that was a great experience and something I had no idea existed just a couple months ago. Great salary, amazing company, startup right before their public offering, so it would have been an amazing company to work for. But anyway, seeing that I had past skill set in sales, that led me to open doors for sales engineer roles And I also able to leverage that skill set of communication and communicating with clients and being able to communicate within a company and having that drive to succeed that is required within sales. I can leverage all those for my future employer and future interviews. And I think this is really important to keep in mind, as a lot of people within my cohort are leveraging their new skill set into their old jobs. So sure, you're gonna have a lot of people go the developer route, get a new job within a completely new industry. That's totally expected. However, there will be a few that will be able to go back to their past job and use their new skill set to really leverage a better salary, or be a better employee, I guess, for lack of a better word, in my general skill set. And kind of to touch more on that, my skill set going into this, want to make a small disclaimer, I was not good at coding going into the boot camp at all. You're a complete noob. I was someone that was really uncomfortable finishing even the JavaScript portion of Codecademy, if that tells you something. It's a pretty easy course track that they have, and I wasn't able to complete it, which is totally fine. I did fine within the course. It was very difficult. I feel like I struggled where others may not have. However, I got through it, and I will have a great job, hopefully within a few weeks. Increased salary, and I couldn't have done it without the boot camp. So hope this video helps. Feel free to comment or ask questions in below this, and I'll get back to you quickly. Or feel free to subscribe if you like, and I hope this video helps, and I'll be making a few more here shortly.